Sucress, and finally it's here. I ordered mine before we came on air.
By the way, you can find videotape of me on QVC from, I think it was 1992 or 1993, talking about my pursuit of the perfect sweetener, where I sold a product called Sweet and Healthy, which at the time was as good as it gets. So this is something that it might seem like it was just the last few years, but kind of like my sunscreen, which has been a process of 25 years, this has been going on for a very long time. And we finally stumbled across an extract of stevia that you will not find in any other packaged sweetener anywhere. And unlike all the other packaged sweeteners, our packets don't contain sugar or carbohydrate or alcohol sugar. And if you read the fine print on all of those packets, those sugar replacements and sugar substitutes, all of them contain sugar or carbohydrate or sugar alcohol.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But this product, it's a natural stevia extract. Of course, it's non-GMO.
Right.
And we combine it with an amino acid. Protein is the most, arguably the most important and the most expensive component in our diet. Glycine is the simplest, and I call it the most versatile of the amino acids, because it's the basic backbone and structure for amino acids. Glycine is something, because I've been in this industry for so long, I recalled 40 years ago when I was creating a children's vitamin tablet. And I didn't want to use sugar, and I didn't want to use artificial sweeteners. Stevia didn't exist. I used the amino acid glycine because it's bizarre. Protein we don't think of as being sweet, but the amino acid glycine is sweet. So we use glycine with our sweetener because all of the sweeteners represent such a tiny component in that packet that there's something else called the bulking agent, like the carrying agent that carries the sweetener. They use sugar or complex carbohydrates or alcohol sugars. I use glycine. It's much more expensive. In fact, in the 500 size, you could go online and find that same amount of glycine in a vitamin supplement because people take glycine separately in capsules. In fact, we'll have a glycine capsule coming out in the future. But if you went online and looked for glycine, I have charts here, you'll spend that 500 packet size, the same amount of glycine will cost you somewhere between $100 and $250. So the glycine, and why do they take glycine? Because glycine helps support healthy blood sugar metabolism. So how sort of appropriate and ironic that the sweet amino acid we use to substitute for the sugar in other products helps support healthy blood sugar metabolism. So we have very little left. We were basically sold out last weekend. We took all the quantity we have because we're running it for the first time on our new machinery. So we had a limited supply, but I think this will probably be gone by tomorrow morning.
I relish this moment. Being on TV for 20 years in England and America, it's this type of moment which is the foundation of something brand new and revolutionary. If you, as you are out and about, in your own home, if you use any type of sweetener, I am asking you to try Andrew's Sucress. There is no bitterness, it's smooth, and I was just tasting it. You're gonna go crazy. You are going to go crazy. I want to tell you the sizes before they're all sold out. Three different options, Andrew. We've got the 100 count, 250, or the 500.
Right. That's the wrong chart.
Oh.
That's here. Maybe if you look, is there a chart behind that? Nope.
No. Is that? You see, it's that new, folks. We're looking for the other chart. We'll find it. Needless to say, the pricing is sensational. Because a lot of us who've tried the stevia ones, you know, it kind of leaves like a bitterness taste after it. With this, it's completely different. This must have been a lot of work to do.
What those charts show you is how much the glycine would cost, the amino acid would cost. But and again, a little more than a dime a packet.
Yeah.
And just if 500 packets provides 1,000 milligrams, the equivalent of 1,000 capsules of 500 milligrams of glycine, which would be over 100, as I said before, over $100, in some cases over $200. So it's great savings in terms of that, but it's going to be the best sugar substitute you've ever tried.
Yeah.
And it's the best stevia in the world, and I've tried all the different stevias. And I would use, and actually there's no stevia I've used before other than a stevia leaf that I'll put in my tea at my house. There's no stevia extract that I liked until I stumbled upon this one. No one else is using it. No one else has it in a packet. And we combined it not with sugar like all the other guys. We combined it with an amino acid glycine, which no one else has done, which just made the product even better. So it's going to be gone, unfortunately. We won't have it back until sometime in the summer, but because I suspect it's not going to last this weekend. We just have a small amount left.
But Andrew, we're all trying to avoid sugar, but then you go to some of these artificial sweeteners and you look at what's in them and it's just crazy. That's what scares me.
We'll just do this really quickly here. If you look, that's sweet and low. Ingredients, nutritive dextrose. So that means nutritive. It means it's glucose. That's sugar. And then saccharin, then cream of tartar, and calcium silicate and as an anti-caking agent. Enjoy Pink is dextrose, saccharin, equal dextrose with maltodextrin. So 2 forms of carbohydrate before you get to the aspartame and ACE-K, asulfame potassium. Nutraceut dextrose with maltodextrin, aspartame, and then Truvia. Truvia is stevia, a different form of stevia than ours, but the first ingredient, erythritol. That's an alcohol sugar, and a lot of folks recommend staying away from alcohol sugars. Plus, they add natural flavors. Swerve is erythritol, and then oligosaccharides and natural flavors. Zing is organic dextrose. So as we go down the list, all of them add some form of sugar, alcohol sugar, or carbohydrate to something that's supposed to be a replacement or a substitute for that sugar. I've always found that to be bizarre, sort of strange, maybe a little deceptive, I'm not sure. But I would think a sugar substitute and sugar replacements implies that there's not going to be sugar in it.
Sure.
Ours, of course, is just our new non-GMO stevia extract and the amino acid glycine, which is surprisingly pretty much, even folks in the industry who I speak to, they have no idea that glycine is sweet. The last thing you think that something from protein is going to be is sweet. You expect carbs to be sweet, not an amino acid, but it is, and that's what makes this product work as well as it does.
It's just another winner. I'm excited for Andrew, I'm excited for you. Real fast, because we found the chart, I want to tell you the pricing. When these sells out, they won't be back till summer, so the 100 packets, this is where the price will be if there's any left. If you order it today, this is part of the extra special savings event, the 250 and the 500. This is what most people are doing for obvious reasons. That saves you $30.
And we've already heard a number of requests to make this for cooking. And our stevia is fine for cooking. But the issue is, and we're going to figure this out, I already mentioned this to Muriel today, and we've worked on it already a little bit, but glycine in terms of cooking, because when you cook with sugar, sugar under heat becomes kind of, it can burn, it can become syrupy. So it's really about the chemistry. And I don't want to add our special stevia extract to just carbohydrate. So we're going to try to figure out how we can do this and make it, we've heard your request in terms of cooking, so please be patient. We can't do it unless it's perfect. So again, that's something we're going to work on. But we at least got the packet done, so now you could, and this, by the way, it could be an iced tea. It mixes instantly. So you're not waiting for something to mix and it's sitting on the surface. That mixes instantly, even with iced tea. So it will go ideally with any liquid you choose.
As it says on the box and the packet, the naturally sweet taste of success. Tell everybody, Andrew, how you came up with the name.